Hi, good afternoon. This is Talking, and today we're talking with Marilyn Ranstead from our Permanent Cosmetics, and we just want to answer a few questions. And as people were asking, and I was like, well, the best person to ask these questions to is the person that actually does the work. So I'm gonna have her introduce herself to you and tell her a little bit about her background.
Okay, so I'm Marilyn Rusthand, and with Faces Defined Permanent Cosmetics, and I am the permanent makeup artist here at Davina Salon. For the past 17 years, this is actually beginning my 17th year, I have specialized in the application of permanent cosmetics, and including having my own permanent makeup school, certified school back in Missouri, where I'm from, and for about 8 years. So I used to teach permanent makeup as well. Here in Florida, I teamed up with Davina Allen. I was looking for someone that had a very great reputation and did some awesome services. So I checked around, got introduced to Davina. So I've teamed up with her and all of her professionals here at Davina Salon to bring all of you the much demanded services of permanent cosmetics, which will include your eyebrows, eyeliner, and lip color.
Yes, and as you can see, I did have mine done a few, and I love it. So thank you very much. For as an active person, very important. I hated having to worry about that. And now you see I'm wearing glasses, made it even more difficult for me to have to draw those babies on. So I had learned a very important lesson. Do not raise your eyebrows when you're young, okay? You will regret it when you're no longer 27. So, Marilyn, so tell us, for someone that has no idea what permanent cosmetic is, what is a few things you can tell them to explain it to them?
Well, there's a lot to share, and we'll cover that in a consultation, but briefly, permanent cosmetics is actually a cosmetic tattoo. Any of the procedures include 2 visits. We choose colors together, and design and all of that. Everybody's skin tone is different, heals a little bit differently, so I have my client come back in about a month and we check and see how that color healed in your skin, and then we do any follow-up visit to adjust any color shape that's necessary. Permanent makeup is for everybody. The benefits are numerous. You talked about working out the gym and active lifestyle, and wasn't it, what, 2 weeks ago that you got off a plane at 4 in the morning?
I did.
To work and
from Vegas,
no
from
makeup.
Symposium.
Yeah, I didn't have to worry about your hour drying eyebrows, but
I know. I know.
It is really beneficial. Anyone that's physically active, gym, swim. We're in Florida, the sun. We sweat our makeup off. You know, it's just nice to have it in place all the time.
For sure.
People that have physical impairments or vision impairments that make it difficult to apply their makeup. Anyone that's had chemotherapy, has alopecia issues or thyroid issues. There's other causes such as tweezing your eyebrow too much when you were younger. They lose their eyebrow hair and that does not grow back, so in most cases. So we can help you with that. Age-wise, they're all ages. I have clients from age 20 to up in their 90s that get their permanent makeup done, because it's never too late. You're never too old to always want to look your best. But in today's world, as you know, we are busy all the time.
Yes,
everybody is. It doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home mom, have kids going back to school, or if you have a big high-tech corporate job or you travel. The freedom of permanent makeup is so awesome. Literally thousands and thousands of women around the country enjoy this freedom. So you should check it out.
What about, some people ask me all the time, does it hurt? Because some people never had a tattoo. So how would you tell them, what do you do to make sure that does not happen?
Okay. Unlike body art, from what I'm told, I don't have a body art tattoo, but in permanent cosmetics, there are topical anesthetics. It's just lidocaine, tetracaine, that are applied on the skin for 15-20 minutes before a procedure, but that really helps to make the client more comfortable. Everyone's a little bit different. I mean, there are some skin types that just don't anesthetize well, and they're going to feel it a little bit more, a little ouchy pinchy. Most people, after the first few minutes, are very, very comfortable throughout the rest of the procedure. So there are other tricks and things that I can do for comfort too, if I know someone is excessively like a good question would be, if you don't anesthetize at the dentist very easy, you know, if they have to inject you 3, 4, 5 times, chances are you're not going to hold the anesthetic as well on this, but it's still tolerable. Anyone ever got out of my chair and said, I gotta go.
I know. But somebody like me too, I have a hard time at the dentist, but it was perfectly fine. I was able to get it done because they usually have to knock me out literally because it never works for me. But I was able to have my eyebrows done and not a problem. So I think it's pretty easy. It's just everybody has to ask and make sure you always tell the truth. I think it's important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what would you tell someone, because we have a lot of people that have had a lot of cosmetic surgery done, and maybe they're not happy with some things, that how it looks, and sometimes they've had like permanent makeup done, they're not happy with how it looked. But you, since that permanent makeup is where your strength is, what would you tell somebody that has had something they're not happy with?
Well, I can't help them with the cosmetic surgery, but with the permanent makeup that they've had previously done, now it might have just aged. Maybe you had it done 6 or 8 or 10 years ago, and our skin changes and thins out, the color changes in the skin. People come back for color boosters, color refreshers. I can help with that. Or it changed to an odd color as it aged in the skin, or possibly the technician that you went to didn't use the proper color in the beginning, and that made it age to an undesirable color. There's also technicians out there that, because in every state the regulations are different, and some regulations are poor, and some people aren't conscious about learning it properly and getting well trained. But you want to make sure you have a well-trained professional with the proper credentials, has a very clean OSHA, clean environment. Everything is pre-sterilized, pre-packaged. You want to make sure the technician has a good portfolio of their before and after photos so that you can see their actual work, not pictures of what it should look like that they downloaded somewhere, but something that they actually did. So it's very important, and someone that stays up on education, obviously, because it's an ever-changing world in every industry. So
it is very important, education. That was one of the reasons I loved that we teamed up with Marilyn, because for me, when I look at her portfolio and her bio, everything was about keeping up with education and making sure she provided the best service for her customers. And going through a consultation with her personally made me feel very, very relaxed, because for those of you who know me, messing around with my face is not something I take very lightly or hand it to anybody. So I've always said that you can mess with a lot of parts, but not the face. But I was able to feel very comfortable, and I'm very happy with my procedure, by the way.
yeah.
But so what would you tell someone that, somebody that's looking out there, what would make a difference between coming to you and then going to someone else? What makes you stand out? What puts you apart?
I think I stand out because of all the and I've known permanent makeup artists that have done it for 20 years, but if they didn't get the proper training in the very beginning, they're still doing poor work. So I take pride in the education that I've had, and the continued education I always do. Society of Permanent Cosmetic Professionals is another one. It's the largest international organization for this profession. So I was president of that. I go to those conferences constantly. I show great portfolios of my work. I spend my time with my clients. If it takes an hour or 3 hours, it doesn't matter to me. This is your time, this is your face, and I take that very seriously. So consultations could be 30 minutes, could be an hour. On average, it's 30 to 45 minutes. But I care. I care, and I want it to be right. And I listen to you to know what you are looking for in your makeup design.
Yes, that is true. I can actually attest to that. She does take a while, because with me, when I showed her, I had a little problem with my skin, and I showed her what happens to my skin if somebody touches me. Right away, she cleared her schedule and made sure that she had just the date just for me. So that made me feel that she was able to give, yes, just an extra time and extra ice packs in case my skin swelled. But it actually ended up being perfect, and we had no problem whatsoever. So thank you for caring enough to do that for me.
Finish your eyeliner yet?
Yes, I know. We have to get to that, but thank you for that. But I will say though, for those of you who are really looking to get any kind of permanent makeup done, you really need to do your research. Research is so important, because sometimes we do something and that's something that's permanent. Once you put it on there, you can't take it out. You can fix it, but it's never the same. So having been with Marilyn and seeing she's done some amazing job here, but she's also fixed some of my clients that has had it done before. So I will tell you, if you're looking for somebody to fix something that you've done before, she definitely is your girl. She's done amazing.
Yeah, most people don't know. I mean, a lot of people don't know, but if you've had permanent makeup done before and you're not satisfied with the results, or it's aged poorly, or whatever the case, I mean, in my 17 years, I've seen gray eyebrows, blue eyebrows, red and orange eyebrows. I've even seen, I had green ones one time, and then the pink taupey ones. Eyeliners that have been misplaced, but that's all due to poorly trained technician that did the original procedure. The majority of those procedures can be adjusted. you know, a good technician will know how to adjust that shape or adjust that color for you. In some cases, if it's too out of balance, then you know, there's other options for removal. But most all of them
can be fixed.
Yeah,
Well, that's good to know.
They can be adjusted very most easily. So
That is good to know. So, how can they find you?
well, you have to call. We can answer all of your questions in a free consultation. Just call Davina Salon, 941-429-9994. You can also visit my personal website, which is facesdefined.com, or Facebook page, Marilyn Rustan at Davina Salon.
So remember, if you're looking to get fabulous, check us out at Davina Salon, where service is everything.
Yep. I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.